Como les había dicho, en Inglaterra y en Liverpool siguen hablando de Lucho Díaz y aquí les traigo subtitulado, traducido, todo lo que han dicho los hinchas y la prensa en las últimas semanas. Ya saben, suscríbanse al canal, denle like al video, el pulgarcito me ayuda mucho, hace que el canal crezca. Dejen su comentario sobre todo esto, yo leo y trato de contestarles a todos. A veces me salto algunos porque llegan muchísimos y gracias, agradezco mucho todos los comentarios. A los nuevos suscriptores, bienvenidos, espero disfruten el canal, ven videos del pasado, hay reacciones muy buenas de goles de Durán en Aston Villa, Lucho en Liverpool, el Crystal Palace, todo eso y lógicamente el Lucho en el Bayern. Espero disfruten todo eso. Les quería decir una cosa, al final hay un par de hinchas nuevos que ustedes no han visto y son los más claritos en su opinión y en su forma de mirar de cómo jugaba Lucho Díaz para el Liverpool y lo que extrañan de él. Nunca hablan del GA, eso me parece espectacular porque los otros hinchas que yo siempre traía decían no, es que el GA no es bueno de Lucho Díaz. Ellos reconocen todo lo que hacía Lucho Díaz y todo lo que extrañan, me parece muy bueno. Por cierto, esos otros canales, si lo mencionan a Lucho Díaz, por eso no los traigo, ¿no? Si lo mencionan es muy corto y usualmente dicen extrañamos cómo presionaba, como si fuera lo único que Lucho hacía. Pero bueno, y van a ver una hincha en uno de los videos diciendo eso mismo, oh, extraño cómo presionaba. Lucho hacía más y hace más y lo está demostrando en el Bayern Múnich. Los dejo con eso, espero disfruten el video, nos vemos pronto aquí en Golazo, hasta pronto.
Luis Díaz, again, was excellent when he arrived in Germany. People were twitching about a player of that age having that much money spent on him, even though to me and maybe to us, as an English-based football community, it seemed like a reasonable figure, both for Liverpool to charge and for Bayern to pay. But less and less people are talking about that now because Diaz has been fantastic. Luis Díaz is going to score a ton of goals this season. Even if he plays out wide left all season, he will score a ton of goals. Just because of the way that Kane can find him consistently.
But everything in their world last year was fantastic, wasn't it? Everything went well for them. They kept winning games. It's great. And you look around, you learn about people when you're not winning, Jim. Do you know? And that's probably what it's a new group. Look, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I'm saying, why was Diaz allowed to leave? You know, Diaz has been, that's his best season in a Liverpool shirt. He's gone. Okay, maybe the money man got it wrong and didn't sign him up early enough, but he's allowed to leave. Alexander-Arnold, for me, was one that you had to keep. He's the key. You might look at Salah now and say, has he ran his race? But maybe he's the person who saves you for the rest of the season. The manager's got to try and find all these ingredients.
Yeah. A lot of the new signings are struggling with the size of the task. You can see it. It's a bit much for some of them. And I've seen it before. You go to a club like Liverpool, players, especially young players, take time. They haven't brought in a 28-year-old established. You know, that's not what they do. In fact, the most established player they let go was probably Diaz, who was 28, 29, because they got such money for him. But he's been a big miss.
Personally, I think Hughes, Edwards and Julian Ward are to blame as well. They're the ones who do the data, identify the players to bring in. They wanted to sell Diaz. I don't know why. We're seeing
wow. See the goal he scored yesterday?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. We're seeing what he's doing out there at the moment. I mean, personally, I know they're going to say he was 29 and all the rest of it. So what? He's at the peak of his career. You give him that extra contract and the money he deserves.
Well, look at Salah last season in his 30s.
Exactly. Diaz was our second best attacker last season. We didn't bring in a winger to replace him. So as it stands, the actual quality in the squad is there. He's just not actually doing the right tactics on the pitch and the right setup, and it's just being there to be seen.
We talked about Luis Díaz there and what a panic, not just Bayern, but German football society was in the fact that all this money had been paid for a player who was heading towards 30 rapidly. That was even more so when Kane arrived.
There you go. Remember that one? Anfield edition. Name a bigger upgrade in footballing history. Well, that's kind of come back to bite them a little bit, hasn't it? Would you swap them back right now?
Would I swap them back? No. I never wanted Diaz to go, but we all know that he wasn't happy and wanted more first-team football and probably thought, I'm going to go down the pecking order. But don't we wish we kept him now? Like, he has real... The thing we're really missing from both those players is the press. So Diaz and Nunez would press all match long. And now we've basically got Dom doing it. Like, literally no one else is doing it. It's very light press, and people are getting through us. And also, obviously, you've got the goals from Diaz. You've got the change-up of bringing Nunez on and having some aerial threats.
We're this goal that he scored for Bayern just a couple of days ago. Actually, did you see that one when he scored it basically from from the goal line. It was extraordinary how he fit it into the net. It seems like Diaz, he's almost taken his game to another level. Watching that, you must think, we really could have done with him this season.
Yeah, I was gutted when he left. He was on my shirt last season, so I did some content around if I put a player on my shirt, we're doomed. And Mo is on my shirt this season, so it's all my fault. I'm going to burn the Mo shirt, and then hopefully he'll find. I'll do it live.
Don't you think though that there
do it on our show, please?
But don't you think
safely
of them keeping him? Don't you think, Sarah? There was a way of them keeping Luis Díaz. I understand what you're saying. He wanted first more in the 11, but I feel like it was almost like he said he wanted to leave. I know you can't keep players that don't want to be at a club. He said he wanted to leave. Okay, off you go. Like, it was just letting any type of bang average player leave. And this is, he'd probably walk into most 11s, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, I think there's going to be, there are questions, but there's going to be a lot of questions if we don't win anything this season on recruitment.
Liverpool have not replaced Luis Díaz, and we are finding out the hard way. It was so obvious against Man City. In fact, that was a great case study for what I'm trying to argue here, in that we've not replaced this guy. Not only is Diaz he's on the form of his life right now at Bayern Munich, he's scoring every single week. That goal he scored the other week where he curls it in, it's like, this guy's playing with such confidence right now. So not only is that happening in front of our eyes every single week, but this Man City game was such a great case study for how we've not replaced that left-hand side when Diaz left, right? We had no angle, no pace angle, no direct out ball on that left-hand side in the whole of the Man City game. Look at Diaz now. Everything about Diaz we miss right now. The energy he offers. I think Diaz is, if you're comparing this black or white, yes or no, who's a better player off the ball, Diaz or Gakpo? I love Gakpo, but it's Diaz. It is absolutely Diaz. In terms of that press, in terms of off the ball, Diaz led the charge last year, and I'm imagining he's leading the charge right now for Bayern Munich. I'm only watching highlights, I'm not watching full 90s, but I can just imagine what he's doing for them, and how great he's off the ball. I think we'd be a better side right now with Diaz in this team. Could certainly make a case for Diaz trumps him off the ball. I think we're missing that, and I think we've been so disjointed this season off the ball in terms of Gakpo being worse than Diaz, maybe Isak or Ekitike being worse than... I think Nunes, give Nunes some credit there in terms of him off the ball. It was fantastic, the energy he brought. Very direct, very hungry as well. On our watch, how annoying is that? We're watching Diaz every week score these wonder goals, and he's scoring 2 a game, Champions League goals, and... oh man, it makes you miss him. But at the time, a lot of people were like, well, yeah, Diaz is not good enough for us. He's not consistent enough. He's not scoring enough goals. And whilst, there was a period where Diaz wasn't scoring enough goals, it's very easy to sit in now he has gone and doing well, to say, well, I didn't want to sell him anyway. Go back to my videos. I certainly didn't want to sell him. I thought that was the wrong choice.
We need fight and passion. I don't know what it is right now. There could be loads of mitigating factors. We know what I'm talking about, but I'm just saying we just need fight. We need to see more. And tactically, we're missing Luis Díaz. We're missing a ball carrier. We're missing someone that takes your team from 20 yards near your own box to 20 yards forward. And he did that so well last season for us. We need a ball carrier. We're missing that ball carrier. And I'm starting to get a bit pissed off with Cody Gakpo. He's just so predictable. You just got to stand on side on and mark him because he's going to cut in on left-hand side, right-hand side, every single time. I think it's time we give Rio a chance because guess what, guys? It's not working.